Alright, we are back. Sinuses are still a mess, as you can probably hear. Um, let's see if we can finish 5.2. Although we learnt not from the of the Asians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there is a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. It's a little creepy how all three of them waved in one in sync. Sapphire, it's good to see you. You've arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Runar, but we haven't the... Please, I insist. It will take only a minute. My apologies, Sapphire. It seems our return to the Crystarium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it's rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbow from top to bottom. If you would be so kind to go fetch a broom from Asgear, we might finish before Runar is done cooking. A broom for Master Matoya? I cannot imagine why she would need such a thing, but here you are. It is old and but sturdy and sure to suffice. I trust Asgear was able to find a broom for us. Well worn, good. This would prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I think I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. Stola, what are you planning? Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it is time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. You didn't honestly think I'd do it the old-fashioned way. The broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself, or rather, it will be. Ahem. Time to rise and swish and sweep, tidy the chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound until no dust is to be found. In this one particular respect, I have no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In the future, I may need you to remind me of the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equal important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will miss this place dearly. These people. Aww. But Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything is fine, I assure you. It's been a long day, is all. I see. Ishala, thank goodness you're still here. Off now. I thought you were following Artbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every ilm of Nordvan in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. It remains to be seen to what end he encourages the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before, and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen warrior of light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination, in this likelihood, Slitherbow. Alize, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment's going well, but progress is slow and exhausting for us all. The best thing I can do now is let them rest, so I believe we are able to we were about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thrinkred and Reen are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Reen believeth one may lurk beneath the bow of woven oaths. Then it is where we shall start our search. Master Matoya. A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. At that rate, never mind.
If you are hoping to vent your frustrations on our Issa friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come. It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it? But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks. Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elizabeth. Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable, but I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. allowed that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I, nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
I feel like he's going to be a very
Well,
interesting one.
we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside. A man after my own heart.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
Alpha now has the right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Onda. We should speak with Talsh-Ath first. As chieftain, he is doubtless privy to a great many secrets. I have sent for no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us. Ruins which your kind have yet to explore, I see. I know of one such place. Alas, under these circumstances, I'm afraid we can spare none to guide you there. And what circumstances are these? Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of Mannery liver. They must be replenished with haste. The Benthos, a particularly violent tribe of Ondo, if I recall. A band of bottom feeders. We all lost much in the flood, but others work to rebuild. They resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it, when they prey upon your kind. But do not be fooled. They care not who they harm. Would that we had warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they've stolen from us, but there is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers for you. It seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends by changing Klein. I thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to help. Reclaim the stores. It is then. We would be grateful beyond words if you did. The Benthos would have surely taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor. But be warned, there will be no shortage of guards awaiting these spears to spear intruders. Then we will have care not to draw their attention, shall we? those them? Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems the Mythos have been raiding Kalusha storehouses as well as those of the Ondon. Oranges, pumpkin, wheat. But we can discuss this after we've seen the livers safely back to Tolshath. It would do. It wouldn't do to keep them in suspense. Relieved to see you unspeared. Yeah, I may have to just continue this as dancer from here on out. Our precious livers, I knew you would not fail. We also found all manners of foodstuffs from Kalusha in the Flounder's floor. Tell me, does this seem odd to you? It's brazen, to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors I've heard recently concerning a rash of thefts from Kalusha warehouses. The perpetrators entered in the dead of the night and are gone before anyone realizes what has happened. The Umoran army has been investigating, but thus far no avail. Perhaps the reason they struggled so is that their quarry is of the sea. The true question, then, is what do we mean to do about it? Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins all for the delay, we cannot allow the Benthos to carry on as they are. If I may, I believe that the ruins are, in fact, the key to the Benthos plan. Is that so? These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are recently discovered. We have seen signs of the Benthos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it is clear that their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young and food for both queen and hatchlings to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. Under normal circumstances, perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There is only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army when they take revenge on the Finless. It's not a surprise. They came to us not long ago seeking allies for the cause. We rebuffed them, of course, and suffering of others will not serve as balm to their own. The queen, however, desires only bloodshed and will gladly send her children to die in her stead. If they're planning to wage war, that changes matters considerably. Indeed. I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I'd rather not risk your people in the attempt. If we travel to the illuminated land, is there a way we might be able to identify the ruins ourselves? Yes, Once you reach its depths, go still deeper. You will see a monstrous structure there upon the sea floor. That you have come to us is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers, those who seek to use their magnificent creations for foul purpose. I have no doubt they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid that the dead don't speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall try not to disappoint. What if we seek life deeper still beyond Amarat? I would call upon the assistance of another. Oh, I don't know what my casting, slaying, fending. I don't know if I'm fending or if I'm aiming. I'll go slaying. I just realized there's a lot of stuff I gotta sell. And a lot of stuff I gotta give to the retainers, jeez. Though our course hath been decided, to pursue it we must needs besiege the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to the Sullen, that we might seek an audience with him once more. From here we press onward to the Isle of Ken. I myself shall proceed. I missed part of that because I was like, You perfected your technique then. Just so, the water will be as glass beneath my feet, and provided the perch is fragile yet true. Watch closely. Oh, this should be interesting. Oh, I certainly shall. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming technique? This would be a pity if you drowned, truly. Oh, hush. I'm sure it'll be brilliant. She's done it. Incredible. And watch you just go right under. Oh my god, I called it. Oh, for the love of... Mine apologies. The technique required the purest of focus, and mine was lacking. Understatement. To perfect this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Falth, and with their aid, mine efforts met with success, albeit on a single occasion. I know not why I cannot repeat it. I thought I saw you waver a bit towards the end there. Perhaps you're simply tired. Oh, their bodies. Vingrid? Oh no. Yeah, this is totally their bodies. It's just as peaceful I thought it was not to go for another swim just now. Ooh. They were the first ones to pass out. Thankfully, we have an alternative. A wonderful little invention, I'm certain you'll agree. A boat. I love how he's still just like, well, that's nice and all, but we could just use the boat to get there. I will petition Bismarck's aid on our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than my experimental magics. You speak with the voice of a king, little neighbors. I will not deny you. As before, if you seek what sleeps beneath the sea, I will be your guide. Thy kindness is boundless as the depths, serene one. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Remove them, and I will take you below. With all haste it shall be done. So did he agree? Though I agreed to a favor in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck hath asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, one must needs dive beneath the surface to do so. Even if I could master the power to walk on water, it would avail me not. Oriange. Oh, for heaven's sakes, is that all? Sapphire and I are more than capable of that. I love how I get voluntold for this. With the Kojin's blessing, we'll have it done in moments, and better that than standing here listening to this nonsense. I'll take the right, you go, and you the left. Now go. I am in your debt. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay. Much better. Thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago another did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose this spot for my slumber, he came and made a home on my back. Ken was his name. When I grew itchy or stirred, but he was not afraid. No, he asked me what was wrong. I told him that the creatures clinging to my belly. He dove in the water, helped me. He was a friend. He told me he wished to live in peace away from the people and their wars. This I understood. I treasure our time together, brief though it was, brief though it always is. But I remember him and how he laughed when we flew. I remember when he slept. I too slept that day, so many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs, and together we fly. And I am here. I am awake. It feels good to speak and to be heard again. A shame others cannot understand me. If thou art willing to learn, I will gladly teach thee the language of man. Thank you, little friend, but it is time I grant you your request. But first, I will take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I will not have you struck by errant debris. And away we go. So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history like so many grains of sand. Might I have an explanation of what he just said, or shall we all stand about making vague and mysterious allusions? While he maketh ready to deliver us into our destination, Miss Martin bade us wait for him on the shores of Kalusha. That's all. I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing on the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest with you anon. Fine. Later then. If Bismarck requires time to prepare, mine is just a short respite for Oriange and Thancred in particular. I require no such thing. I'm the picture of perfect health. Right. Mine was a bit of momentary lapse of concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself, so please rest for me. Oh, alright, if you insist. I love how Oriange was just like, you too, Sapphire, you've been running yourself ragged. Yes, ma'am. In that case, let us leave the old men in your care. The rest of us will meet you at the split hole anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she struck a nerve, she remembers. By the god, she remembers. In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Sullen that's better for it than most. Come with me. May as well yet have a seat. Wouldn't want our elderly niece to give out. Oh. To hear her speak, you'd think I'm on my deathbed. By the 12, I wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance belies thy words, Master Thancred. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Let the record show that I am here under protest. Though I can't say my mind. Though I can't say I mind the view. And if the abundance of anglers is any indication, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we try our hands at it? Help someone quickly. It's Nightshade. We were attacked from the road. We were attacked on the road from the Crystarium. Barely escaped with me life. Suppose we might have predicted this. Yeah, because there's never any rest for the weary. You mean you'll help? For real? Thank you. Oh, for free. I was like, for real? If I recall correctly, Nightshade is a local band of outlaws. I doubt they'll trouble us over much. I doubt no more than an hour and a half, but interruptions for relaxation. I honestly feel like this is just some random part just to fill time. these two have matters well in hand by the looks of it. I'll not forget this kindness. May we meet again. Is that you, sir? Don't tell me we just deprived the poor fellow of the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We've had no idea you were in the area. Fancy us meeting again so soon. Why, I believe I even recognize your companion. Ah, yes, from the infirmary. You had a message from the Crystal Exarch, did you not? It's good to see you back on your feet, and on patrol, no less. Oh, it was nothing as official as that. Strictly speaking, we're off duty, but as we had a free moment, we thought we'd give a few of the less traveled roads a look. The guard doesn't have enough hands to patrol them regularly, you see. That's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty, in Lakeland or beyond. Well, we've just been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. It feels like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. It's all about having the will to help your fellow man and resolve to see it through. Sorry, sir, I got a bit overexcited the other day. I couldn't get my words out. The name's Vonard, sir. I'm with the guard, but I don't just want to protect Lakeland. I want to protect the lot, just like the Warriors of Light. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our own little corner of Nordvin. What we'd really like to do is travel to better ourselves and go where the need is greatest. So become adventurers. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, if we can stop Nightshade from robbing the odd fisherman, then that's what we'll do. Oh well, future heroes of the first, do you think? They want not for spirit, 'tis but a pity their draw inspirations from so clouded a wellspring. Yet it availeth us not to fret in idleness. We must needs press on if we are to bring Elidibus schemes to light. Though our respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves of such knowledge as the ruins may hold. I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for Split Hollow now. Or Split Hollow now. guess now we need but wait for Miss Mark's coming. Just time. Alright, I'm gonna end it here and we'll pick it back up later. Because I'm just exhausted. But thanks for coming out. Be good to yourself. Be good to others.